Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode where I'm going to talk about what you need to do once you get your paycheck, the first few steps or the methodology for how you want to spend your monthly paycheck. I'm going to go break it down into six, but I'm going to add another seventh for a US market. So there's six healthy habits or methodology I follow. I've been following for over a couple of decades right now and has helped me tremendously. So before I move forward, could I ask you a favor? Help click and like and subscribe the video, please. This will help me tremendously, and also it helps the YouTube algorithm. Thank you for doing that. So paycheck to paycheck. Before delving into 6 plus 1, 7 steps or methodology, a few things you want to have as the foundation or the basis is to have multiple buckets or accounts within your bank. So at least three. So you want to have one for your expenses. That's your check-in. The next one is your investment bank. Next one is your savings. And then you could have more than a few. So as a parent, I have one for my children, one for my retirement. So I have at least five. And then also I have one more. The seventh one is the business, which is a joint account between me and my wife and other things. So at least I have 7 accounts. And all the money which comes into the checking is automatically moves into a lot of percentage, and it moves into different buckets. So that one is automatic. So the underlying step is automatic. You don't want to try to remember or do something on your own and other things, because you don't want the willpower to do that one. So make it automatic, get that buckets on, and that's the first thing. Before you get a paycheck, you want to do that. And if you have no idea how much percentage I want to break it in, probably a good rule is 75, 15, and 10. So this one is talked about in multiple places, also minority mindset, how to get rich, other places. So 75% goes into your overall, all the expenditures, 15% goes into your investment, and 10% goes into your savings. I'm going to break it down what those buckets are, but if you are not sure, get those buckets on, or the accounts in your bank, automated transfer, and then we'll go through what you need to do with your paycheck. So first thing probably is, before you get a paycheck, is, have I asked, can I get a raise at the office? Sometimes it's as easy as asking. So if you don't ask, you don't get. So there's very little downside. So if you don't ask, you don't get. I understand it's very uncomfortable. Even for me, it's very uncomfortable. But what I tend to do is, the second best alternative I feel is, after a few years, you get your experience and then you move to a different job. So I feel, ask a raise. If it's not doing, if the market, you've been in the market for so long, you understand what needs to be done. So then you can move to a different company. By changing jobs, you can earn more money. Not only the whole idea about, if you're watching this video, is to manage your finances, what to do. If you're in that mindset, why not earn more money? So that money could go into your investment and other things. Number 2, which I feel a lot of people are missing, especially, is not matching employers' contribution. As an example, let's say you get paid $100,000 and the company is willing to match 8% of your pay for your pension or your 401k. In UK, it's towards state pension. You want to at least make sure that you match 8%. So that is 8,000 or 8,000, 16,000 tax-free before you get that money. So that is like easy money, which takes probably 5 minutes to update internal form saying that I want to match the company's contribution. So check that, make sure your bank accounts are there, and then also you're matching companies' contribution. So that's number 2. Number 3, pay yourself first. So this one people been talking about for ages. This is something I read in a book called The Richest Person in Babylon. Richest person or richest guy in Babylon. This is told as a fable. This book I read when I was in my teenagers. The first thing you want to do is you pay yourself first before your expenses. So that's one of the buckets. So one of the bucket is either it could be investment or savings, depending on what you want to call that. You want to save yourself first, and remaining money is for spending. So as I said, 75, 15, and 10. If you're a good rule of thumb is you want to at least have 5 to 20%. So 15 to 20% is a good place where you can use that money as yourself. You can do that for different type of investment. When I say investment is not just stocks and shares, which 90% of the people assume. Investment is also towards skills, seminar, courses, any of the networking where you can earn a lot more. There's a lot more earning potential. Those are the kind of things you want to be investing in. So number three is pay yourself first. So let me just also within that one, pay yourself first. Let me just talk about a little more about that bucket, or the 15% bucket or 20% bucket. That bucket is probably the best bucket because that's the money you are spending on yourself for the skills and other things to improve your lifestyle, or get to a place where you see yourself in the future. It's the most important type of bucket. So you want to pay attention, and then also try to think creatively. How can I make, let's say in your investment bucket there is about a 500 every month. How can I try to invest that 500 to make it 50,000 or 500,000? It says, come on, what are you saying? It's not possible. But just as an exercise, just think about what can be done. So easy ways to do is, especially if I'm a mechanical engineer, so I can get some certification. Let's say SolidWorks is one of those CAD foundation, and it automatically gets me up to another 5 grand if I apply for the next one. If you are getting into business management or a management course, like a Prince 2 is about £1,000. In UK is about £1,000, so a little less than £1,000. But that certification can get me another 15 to 20% pay hike. So that's extremely important money to be spent on investing. And of course, you can do your pension, stocks and shares, real estate, but don't try to, because those pension and stocks and other things is a long term, very low risk. So you want to be investing into something which is a little more higher risk, but it has very asymmetric risk and rewards. So the asymmetric risk and rewards is basically you are okay to lose 400 or 500, but the rewards could be 400, 4,000, 40,000, or 4 million. So it's a very high asymmetric risk and rewards. So, and then if you're wondering about how to make that 15% bucket to work for your advantages, do what most of people do, like me, go to read some books, pick an interest. AI, cybersecurity, gene therapy, cell biotechnology, all these things are upcoming. Pick a couple of books. There is more things you can do in 1 or 2 books, or watch 7 to 8 videos. I can guarantee you 7 to 8 videos, you could know what they're talking about, and then also what it is. So read books, do YouTube, or listen to a podcast, and then just do some courses. So probably these 3 things probably will get you in a much better place. And this could be a side hustle, and also important is to not rely on just one pay. So I'm always looking for 9 to 5 is good, but what else can I be earning? Number 4, pay your highest interest debt. So there is good debt and bad debt. Good debt is where you're earning money, or it's earning more than what you're spending. That's good debt. Good debt is putting money into real estate and it's getting rent and capital gains. That's a good debt. So you're raising capital to buy that. But bad debt is like a credit card is a typical example, or pay now, take now and then pay later. Those are like 18 to 24%. 18 to 24%, let me underline that, is huge amount of money. So you want to be paying those things as fast as possible. This comes before putting money into investment and saving. So this one you want to save as soon as possible. And then remember, the compound interest works both way. You can earn a lot of money over a period of time, or you can lose a lot of money like bad debt. So pay the debt off very quickly, or as soon as possible before investment and saving. So probably in terms of priority, if you have bad debt, this one goes on the top, and the rest comes in the bottom. Number 5 is now you pay your expenses. So the bucket where you're left with, assuming you're using 75, 15, 10 rule, so that 75% of your pay is what you have to pay all your expenses. So pay off your utilities, your subscriptions, your car payments, your mortgage, and whatever is left you want to manage with those money. So you want to have very little money left, then that's the way it is. So you want to pay yourself, and then the remaining 75% or whatever your number is, just the number, so that it's always smaller. Remember, your spending bucket percentage should always go low, and your investment and saving bucket percentage needs to go up. It's always in that order. Doesn't matter what the pay is, you're always trying to do that. And if your bucket is not going up, then think about how I can improve that one. Number 6, don't buy impulsively or cut down impulsive buy. You walk around window shopping. People are trained to get your attention and then make you buy. Just because it's on a sale for 250 instead of 500, you're not saving 250, you are losing 250 of something which you bought. Have control, and then maybe at least wait for 24 hours, sleep on it, and think about it. Do I really need it? And if I need something like a tech, maybe I can buy a second one or a lower version or a year older from a marketplace, from eBay, Craigslist, whatever. Make that understanding. Is it a want or a need? So you want to always try to cut the impulsive buyer. And number 7, this is for US especially. I'm from UK, so we have a national health system. As a parent of 2, I would be very concerned. If I was in US, I would have a good health insurance. So I would spend money, a percentage of the salary, to have good health insurance, but also I would be looking for a job where there's a good health insurance. I would be comfortable. You could get fired, but having a health insurance. So this is just for a different take. For if I'm working in US, I would have a health insurance. So these are my 6 things which I would do the moment I get a paycheck. And then remember, having the automated bucket system or accounts before even you get your pay is very important, and it's an automated transfer. And I will always, every year, every month, every 6 months, I'm trying to improve my investment and saving bucket more and more. And then the saving bucket is your emergency fund. So you want to have 3 months, 6 months, depending on where you are, what circumstances, you want to have some savings. That's your saving bucket. I hope this video was informative and you learned something. Few things you might already know, but few other things might be a different perspective from me. Thank you for watching. Till next time, bye and see ya.